Salesforce is diving into the IT service management space. The sessions at this year's Dreamforce make that pretty clear. What do you say we give them a hand? Introducing What I Do. What I Do is a 100% native Salesforce app and AI agent that tells an admin what you did. Scenario: Timmy is having a bad day. The form he's filling out keeps throwing an error, and it's one of those cryptic Salesforce errors. Timmy immediately gets on Slack and writes his admin, me. He says the thing doesn't work. And then he uses language that is unfit for this demo. I'm surprised by Timmy's use of colorful metaphors. Oh my. I tell him to chillax. And I tell him we'll find out what the dealio is. And then this is where the magic happens. I ask the What I Do agent, what did Timmy do? And the AI gets to work. What I Do analyzes Salesforce debug logs line by line to determine what a user did. It handles logs of nearly any size, all while avoiding any prompt token limits and ensuring the data in your logs never leaves the Einstein trust layer. All that's left is to wait for the What I Do agent's best friend, the What I Do reply bot, to answer. And here it comes. The reply is an admin-friendly analysis of the last action taken by the requested user. It includes things like triggers or flows that were called, database queries or record creations or updates, descriptions of any errors encountered, and it gives possible solutions to those errors. The complete analysis is also stored in Salesforce, and there's a handy button that'll take you there. But wait, there's more! Yeah, there's more. Let's take it one step further. Let's get back to the topic of IT service management.
Get back to it!
Every What I Do analysis that finds an error categorizes that error with an error type, in this case code error, and an error source, in this case demo contact trigger handler. What I Do then creates an incident, and that incident looks up to a parent problem record that groups incidents of the same type and source. Once a problem reaches a pre-configured number of incidents, a task is created and assigned to a designated user. And it looks like we've hit that configured limit for this error type and source, because here comes that task now. Assigned to me. Typical. To recap, a What I Do task is linked to a problem. A problem has a collection of incidents of a specific error type and source, and each incident relates to a What I Do analysis record that contains an error. Lastly, What I Do handles your What I Do task management. You can list your What I Do tasks, and when the time comes, you can close them. What I Do helps you resolve your Salesforce errors faster, so your users can get off Wordle and get back to Workle. Ugh. And that's what I do. Hiya, folks. I want to quickly show some behind the scenes so you get an idea of how what I do what it do, as there's a lot going on. The magic starts in the What I Do log analyzer class. After What I Do gets the ID of the log you want to analyze, it calls the tooling API to get the log body. It may be too big to analyze all at once, but the What I Do log chunk processor queuable class takes it from there and breaks it up into manageable pieces. One chunk of the log at a time, it sends it to a prompt for analysis, sends the analysis to Slack via our Slack What I Do reply bot, saves it all to a chunk result record, which is a child of a parent analysis record, and then it enqueues itself for the next chunk. Rinse and repeat until it's done. But what about really big logs? Salesforce's Apex heap limit is a cruel mistress. She hits a wall at 12 megabytes. For that, I made the What I Do companion app in Salesforce. For logs up to 12 meg, you pick the user you want, pick the log you want to analyze. You'll get a notification when it's done. Any bigger than 12, simply upload the file directly to What I Do. Salesforce handles the content from a file differently when it calculates the heap. What I Do uses that to its advantage to analyze logs of any size. So dump the biggest log you want. Of course, make sure you've enabled debug logs for the user whose actions you want to analyze. And that's what I do. I'm here all week, try the veal.